Hey there, happy Thursday. It's me, Victor here. I'm going to go over the two trades which I took today. A lot to go over. Again, I only have 3-day trades within a week, so every day I just focus on what fits my personality, and what's more, what works for me may not work for you. And that's the beauty of the markets, is that there's tons of ways to make money out there, and as a trader, it's your job to find what you're best at, all right? And again, I'm not going to sit here and tell you that I master the market. Again, these are just for educational purposes only. These are just to help me and hope that something in here helps you in some manner to become a better trader. But overall, let's get started. Two shorts today. One on IDEX, and as you can see, this has been gone full supernova, as you can say. And again, I don't really focus on the catalyst. I don't focus on the news. I focus on price action. I focus on the chart. Now, again, I'm not saying I ignore that. I do put everything into context. All right, but I saw this as a nice opportunity today to short this. And again, I don't just short into random price action. I got short into the bounce, all right? And yes, I missed the entire flush, but it's offered a nice gap down. And I saw the opportunity to short this whenever this had a nice into the perk, right into this action right here. And as well, there's a lot of negativity towards this one stock. For instance, today there was a short report on it by multiple I guess you call it an expose. With one right here with Hindenburg Research, and as well, I believe it was Citron. I'm not sure, one of those. One of them. Everyone's talking about it's a fraud, and I was short this stock, but of course I didn't profit. No big deal. Am I upset? Kind of. But a lot to learn from. Okay, because all the signs were pointing that this was going to collapse. It's not a question of if; it's a question of when. Okay, because this company it's a pump, it's a paid promotion, all right? And how to know it? Well, do your research. Okay, I want you to watch this video and go to their website. Everything's flagged, everything's there. They pointed out that they're a fraud. Okay, I mean, for instance, they've changed their name numerous times in the past. They've changed their company, they've changed their ticker name numerous times in the past. That's not a good sign, all right? And that led me to become short biased. And again, being a short seller, two things are very important. Number one, timing, and number two, risk management. And as you can see here, I got short, not at a great average. I got short at 271. Let me show you my trades right here. Again, everything's been verified and properly, but I got short. Again, I talk about channels. Okay, I was afraid of missing the move. I shorted in the anticipation of 265 crashing. All right, and we talk about channels a lot, okay? I know it's very simple, but again, I just want you to know that if you're shorting, you need a short at the top end of a channel to have the greatest risk reward. And if you're going long, you want to buy at the lower end of a channel. But 265 channel right there, and it was in a channel the entire day until the nice crack into the close. You see, right in this mess right here, it was in a channel from 265, and you call it 275. If you want to call it that. So the entire day, it was in that channel between 265 and 275, and I saw that short report and I had FOMO. FOMO is fear of missing out, and again, that can lead you to having bad trades. And fear of missing out is what made me take this one trade, because I didn't want to miss the collapse, because I knew it was going to come, and I let FOMO place a trade. And you see here, I shorted at the bottom end of a channel. And where I covered, as you can see here, I mean, yes, okay, go into a trade with always an entry, stop, target, okay? My entry point was 265. Again, that's bad. I'm shorting at the lower end of a channel. That's poor risk reward. Yes, a breakdown can happen, but again, more odds than not, that level's going to hold, and it did. And my risk entry, 265, exit, my mental stop loss, was 275, okay? And as you can see here, I did cover right as my risk level was breached. Right before it, I covered at 265, I believe. Well, no, I covered at 271, my fault. Yeah, I covered at 271. I didn't really hold the entire way because I knew that the break of VWAP in midday was a sign of strength. And as you can see here, that was a great cover. I mean, ideally, yes, I could have held, but you never really know with these pumps what the promoters can do. But the short right into this pop, that was the best entry to go for. And timing. Again, once more shorting, timing is everything. And me, FOMO, fear of missing out, made me take this trade. And yes, sometimes Victor maybe hold the stock. But again, shorting, the risk reward wise, going short, this could have gone up and up and up, and I could have lost more than what I intended. And that's something. One second, I want to pause this. Yes, as I was saying, I was shorting at the lower end of a channel, and as a short seller, that's the worst thing to do. Sorry for that. And that, again, I only had 2 trades today. Well, I had 3. I shorted this stock and the other one I'm about to tell you about. But shorting IDEX, I got short at the bottom end of a channel, and that's the worst thing to do as a short seller. I mean, yes, you could short the break at 265 into the close, but ideally you want to short into strength. You want to short into the bounces, and that's what I missed. I was impatient. Again, FOMO made this trade. Again, I have tracked my trades, and FOMO really pays the price because I have lost a lot of money on trades that I have allowed fear of missing out take. And again, losing is very important. I mean, it's all part of the process to say. I mean, either way, this FOMO trade, you can see I lost roughly $1,000. But either way, I would have had to cut my loss, okay? Because I'm not the one to add into my losing position. So either way, I mean, yes, I could have held the entire way, but like I mentioned, you never really know how high these can go into consideration. It is a pump and dump. But I mean, am I upset? Not really, because I mean, there's going to be a lot of downside to come on this. Ideally, there'd be some bounce. I mean, if it does get halted, congrats to all those shorts. But I'll look to short it again into any dead cat bounce. Otherwise, no big deal. I mean, yes, if I was still short the stock, I'll be up nicely right now. Like, I believe. It doesn't really matter. I'm not going to get into that. But overall, I was on the right track. I just got to focus on timing. Again, as I mentioned, shorting at the top end of a channel, shorting into bounces, and not shorting in anticipation of a breakdown, because typically that level is going to hold, right? And that's something I'm working on. So overall, that was a small loss of $88. No big deal. It's a scratch. I mean, yes, again, as I mentioned, right now I'll be up quite a bit, but no big deal. On to the next. My last one I'm going to go over real quick is KTOV. This one is another short, which I am short overnight. I don't feel really confident about it. Why is it showing 126? It's down after hours, 117. I'm not sure why. I guess a late print. I don't really feel confident about it. And again, I was shorting this one into the bounce. Again, this is a nice one. Nice they finished their offering. There's no really significant news to warrant with the uptrend. So, I mean, yes, they finished the offering. It's a biotech. It's a nice runner. But overall, I'm short overnight from a, what average, Victor? Short from a 123 average, roughly 1,130, well, right here, roughly 1,100 shares. And again, entry price is 123. Risk price, I shorted this into the nice perk right here. Well, I gotta show you. I shorted this into the bounce right here. And again, I use a wider stop, as you can see here. Yes, I mean, you can say that, how come you held the entire way through this up? How come you held the entire way? Well, again, my risk price wasn't breached. My risk price is 135, because this was a massive collapse off the highs. I mean, this one drop right here, that was a 10 million, I'm not sure what caused that, probably market orders, but that one volume stick of a 2-minute candle, that registered roughly 11 million shares. That is insane. And I shorted that into after the first hard crack, shorting into a bounce, and shorting it at, again, 123. And my risk price is 136, 135-ish. And tomorrow the game plan is, I don't want to overstay. I mean, ideally, in the perfect world, this gaps down and covering the 105s, but I'm not going to overstay, all right? I just don't want to get greedy, because tomorrow's a Friday. And a lot can happen on a Friday for a short squeeze, so we'll see what happens on that one. But overall, those 2 trades are it. And one more stock to go over. 2 more. VRXT, what a gift. Buy the fucking breakout. I was going to buy this. I was going to buy it, if you don't believe me. I have it recorded live, but it's just a freaking monster. And I should have bought. Buy the breakout always works, okay? Everything's working in the market right now. That one was an absolute gift. I mean, overall, this is a nice multi-day breakout on the overall chart. Congrats to anyone who went long. The higher the better for that one for a nice flush short. But again, tomorrow's a Friday, so it always can go higher. And another one is EKSO. This one as well has gone full supernova. Congrats to all longs. Again, I'm trying to focus on going long more than shorting, because I know that in the market we are in, going long is more, it's less risk to say. But that's all. Once more, IDEX, I shorted too soon, shorted the bottom of the channel. Lesson is, don't let FOMO make the trade. Overall, look for a potential reshort on that one to bounce. And as well, KTOV, I am short overnight from a 123 average. Risking 130s, but again, if it doesn't gap down, if it bases, I'm just going to get out, because no need to overstay. Just a cover or whatever it is, small loss, small gains, it's a scratch. And other than that, watch for tomorrow VXRT for a nice short squeeze. And panic, I'll record them both, VRXT and EKSO, and never say I can't go higher. Alright, tomorrow's a Friday, anything's possible, anything can happen. And take note, today the volume on EKSO is roughly 6 million, okay, and the volume today was nearly 124 million. Put that in perspective. Alright, and congrats, it's just insane. Alright, but whatever happens, I'll record it live. But other than that, I'll see you for the Sunday scan.